Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sitting here in the Tomcat in Open Beta version 2.5.6 and looking at performance today in VR with some of the improvements. So what we've got right now is a scenario where these are my options. Textures high, terrain textures high, civilian traffic low. Water is set to medium, visibility range is medium, heat blur off, shadows are on flat only, and then all the other usual suspects that cause VR performance hits are turned off, like MSAA, depth of field, motion blur, SSAA, the new SSLR, and clutter and grass is down low, tree visibility is down low. Anesiotropic filtering in 16x, terrain object shadows to flat. I'm using VSync and turned my monitor refresh down to 100 hertz as well because OBS is really difficult to get decent looking recorded performance at times. And I'm going to turn the mirrors off too, just for funsies. Didn't seem to make a difference. I'm still sitting at around 50 FPS. Let's take a look outside. So from the external view, if we zoom out a little bit, you're going to see some pretty cool visual effects there of the water around the carrier. If I go to low, all you're going to see is that little tiny splashing on the front there. The rest of this goes away when you do that. Kind of a bummer. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. Up and away. Gear up. And flaps. I haven't done VR that much recently, but one thing I'm noticing with my Rift-S is it really messes with my sinuses. So performance right now seems quite reasonable. I can make it better by going to low, but I have water on medium because I wanted to see and show you what it looked like at medium. And it looks pretty damn cool. Now I'm about 33, 34 FPS, which is kind of where you end up landing when you start getting in the more densely populated region of the city here. Not quite making that today. And as expected, I'm around 33, 34 FPS in the heart of Dubai. That's pretty much par for the course. But I am running an i5 9600K and a 2080 Super GPU, and I have 32 gigabytes of PC3000 DDR4, so it's a capable system. Outside of VR, this thing crushes it. Well over 100 FPS in most cases, but with the update, it seems with turning things on outside of VR, I've been around 72 FPS, which is a little different. Back to 40, down to 39. There we go, that's a little better. 26, 28, up to 40. I like that they moved the queue for what you've destroyed over here to the right. That's new. So 40 is pretty damn good. And I'm in the A4 right now, which is a mod. And some people claim that 2.5.6 killed their mods, but my A4 seems to be completely intact with no issues. And more explosions. Pretty much 40 is almost capped VR because the refresh rate of the Rift-S is 80, and it's 40 times 2 is what it comes out to, so I'm getting very good performance right now, actually. Yeah, and it drops down in the smoke and explosions a little bit, but 38 to 40 seems really good to me. I'm going to call that a win. Looks good. Excellent performance. Externally, I'm getting like 50, 52 FPS. Very reasonable. Alrighty, let's take a look at that water again. Now, this is with shadows on flat and the water on medium. I'm going to go to that center view. Looking pretty cool. And go to VR zoom to give you a better look, but there's actually depth to those waves, man. It looks really good in VR. And my performance is around 4950 right now, which is really good. Actually 53, holy hell. Externally, it looks really good too. Now, what you're not seeing is the reflections in the water of that city up ahead. But it still looks amazing. Not bad for medium, and it offers a nice level of performance and visual clarity both at the same time. Alrighty, let's take a look at this water now. I left shadows on flat, and the only thing I changed was water to high from medium. And already, look in the distance how much reflection you're seeing on the water up ahead. That whole city and mountains are reflected in the water now. And look at the water down low. Look at all the little white details that are popping up as the water is swishing around there. Pretty amazing. And just look off in a distance how much reflection is happening there in the water from that mountains and the city up ahead. Stunning. Now, in a helicopter, this seems to be working pretty good. I'm still at a good 49, 50 FPS, which is really fantastic, but I would not recommend turning this on this way in a time. Yeah, look at that. Just an amazing difference, isn't it? Now, granted, helicopters seem to be a little bit more forgiving when it comes to this. And I think the Mi8 is so forgiving because, you know, come on, it's not very pretty. It's actually ugly. And there's a lot lack of detail, I guess, in this thing. It's just not in your face, you know, surrounding you as much as the F-14 cockpit does up close to you, with all the detail that it has. So like I said, I would not go high on too many of the modules to turn the water up and go high, because I think it's going to have a pretty drastic effect on your performance. Right now on the Mi8, it's not really hurting me that bad. But it looks fantastic at high. But again, I tried it out to sea with the F-14, and it's just a bad idea. You may be able to pull it off in the Hornet. I don't know. I can do some more testing eventually, but you know, what I'm seeing right now looks pretty fantastic from the Mi8. And this is just the default map. Pretty awesome stuff. Alrighty. We are in the free flight mission for the Focke-Wulf 190 Dora. And things are looking pretty cool. Performance is really good. 50 FPS. Can't complain about that. There's a couple planes up ahead. I'm going to turn those labels off right now. But notice when I do, you could still see the lights on those planes up ahead. That is pretty cool for spotting at night. Something that's really cool, you can actually see the plane at night now too. And everything isn't completely pitch black like it was before. That is super cool. I like the flash from the guns at night. Very nice. So things aren't so damn pitch black that you can't see anything, which is really cool. And the lighting effects they've pulled off here are really fantastic. Nice runway lights. There's a plane landing right there. And this is just the Black Sea Caucasus default map that this mission comes with for the Dora. But everything isn't pitch black. That is awesome. I did a video of this before, and I tried doing it in VR, and it came out so freaking terrible. You couldn't even really watch it. There wasn't much to it. I actually have that one uploaded to my channel, and I never posted it to the public because it was so bad. I did post one about a week ago outside of VR, and even it did not look as good as this does right now. And I had no idea that 2.5.6 was going to be that close, or I probably would have never done that video. I would have just did it here. Now look how awesome that is. And I like the lights off in a distance because you can see things like planes. I actually think I could probably gain a little bit more performance if I had my water on low instead of medium right now. Man, I sound like I have a cold because I'm in my Rift-S. I'm curious, do you guys have problems like that with your Rift-S too? Does it like sit on your sinuses so bad that it just makes you talk like you have a cold? It's pretty annoying. See those lights off in a distance over there? Those are planes taking off, see? Labels. Pretty cool. Very cool little details. Definitely VR just got better. Very nice. Whoa. That looks pretty cool. You know, I accidentally picked this one instead of the nighttime landing one, and I'm not bummed out about it. This actually looks pretty freaking cool. Look at all the colors. Wow. Take a look at that afterburner. $33, $34 FPS down low like this. I think that's pretty acceptable. That's par for the course for downtown Dubai. And this looks equally as densely populated and filled with objects and lights. This looks really freaking cool. Not to mention, I do have water turned up to medium, and I have the shadows on flat. So look at all the reflections on the water down there. That is pretty freaking cool. I've only ever seen this at nighttime. So to see this water at like dusk or dawn or whatever this is, because the sun just looks beautiful right now. That like orange hue that's going on over there on the clouds. Very cool stuff, man. This looks fantastic. I'm going to have to try this one out outside of VR because I know it's going to look even better. I just know it. Wow. Very cool stuff. I'm blown away right now. And again, performance is acceptable. I've always seen, you know, under 40 FPS, high 30s in areas like this, maybe 35, 34 at the very lowest, but usually 37, 38, or 40. Look, I'm back at 50. Yeah, this looks fantastic. Yeah, those lights look amazing down there. I have to admit, I think the stuff I'm seeing on the Persian Gulf map is really the coolest out of all these new effects so far. They really shine on the Persian Gulf map. It's clear that they're really polishing this up for Super Carrier. Alrighty guys, this is the same mission at night. Wow, look at the stars. How awesome is that? That is pretty cool. Cockpit looks nice. That city looks amazing up ahead. Light the burner. Look at the burner effect, man. That's awesome. So cool. Let's come out of Bern and let's take a look around here. Fantastic performance too. And again, I think if I turn that water down, because I think it's still affecting me even though it's dark, you know what I mean? I'm on medium instead of low. I could tune that down to low, I'll probably do better. But, you know, 34 to 40 FPS, not bad. Because 40 is essentially locked 45 that everybody else has with a 90 hertz display. Remember, the Rift-S is an 80 hertz display. There's that round building. Then up ahead to the left up here is the Ferrari building. Alrighty. Here in the Hornet. This is always a fun mission. Push outside of the glass to get a clearer picture. Again, I have water on medium. Not bad. So again, 33 to 40-ish over Dubai. Par for the course, for sure. Very acceptable. I think that about covers it, guys. Showing you a bunch of various scenarios in VR, and performance-wise, I think I'm right about where I was before. I think I can do better by tuning some of the settings a little bit, but I think there's definitely a small performance hit for the new visual goodies, but you kind of accept that and expect that because I don't see how they can, make it look better without asking for a little bit more performance. I think once we get to the Vulkan API and be able to use more cores and threads to be able to pull off a little bit more horsepower, I think things will change a little bit, but we will see, because all of that is still just a promise. What I'm showing you right now today is reality. And if I go to low on my water, I'll pick up a couple more FPS. If I change shadows, I could probably pick up a couple more FPS. So there are definitely sacrifices to be made, but that's pretty much how VR works, guys. Problem with VR right now is the hardware just isn't there to give you the same performance and the same visual splendor that you get out of a 2D flat panel. It's just not there. What VR gives you is the depth perception and the feeling of being there, and perfect head tracking that makes it feel very natural as you move your head around the cockpit like I am right now. It's just a trade-off, guys. That's what it is. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. This is DCS Open Beta 2.5.6 in VR. As always, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. And until next time.